I'm not really sure how to start this video, so I'm just gonna start talking. 7 years ago today, I made an account on YouTube.com and started making content. And over the years, I've made incredible friendships and seen dozens and dozens of videos created by people just like me, and I've seen so many good things come out of this, and it's been an awesome experience, and I'm still actively making content now, mainly my series, and I would like to be able to finish that someday. But with the way things are going, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. At least not here, not on this platform anymore. It's hard to summarize, but a lot of things have been happening recently with YouTube and the FTC and the new COPPA laws, which I don't think they're new. I think they've been around for a while. They just haven't been enforced. But YouTube was caught leaking data from millions of children, and us creators have to pay for that. That's obviously not right, and I don't agree with that. And the new COPPA laws and rules and everything that will be going into effect very soon is something that I just can't get behind. Not a lot of people can. I don't think anybody agrees with this. But essentially, you have to mark your channel or your individual videos as for kids or not for kids. Because, YouTube uses a lot of AI learning and bots. There's not always a real person that does your copyright claims or, deciding if your content, what rating it should be. And now it's gotten to a point where it's just going to be really bad for everybody. It's very black and white. There's no gray area. My series and my content falls into an odd gray area because I use characters from Thomas the Tank Engine. I use wooden railway models and Lego minifigures, and I mean, that's fine, but a lot of the content and the story is not for kids. It's for a very niche audience, being myself and this fandom, teens and adults and, I don't know, ages like 13 or 12 and up, essentially. And that's going to be very hard to do with YouTube like this. A lot of people are going to be affected. Thomas channels, Lego, animation, literally anything. The whole website is just, I don't know. It's very hard to explain, for me at least. There's a video I will link in the description that explains the situation a lot better than me by a user called JangBricks. So essentially, if you're caught in violation of the COPPA laws, you are subject to pay a $42,000 fine for not identifying your content as for kids or not for kids. Well, why would you, not want to do that? Well, if you have it for kids, you lose subscribers, playlists, comments. You lose a ton of features. A lot of the core features that make this website. Myself, personally, comments are my favorite thing about the site. That human interaction, talking with people, getting their thoughts on your content, and just hanging out, talking and becoming friends with some of them, or just having people say, nice video, or I like this, I didn't like that, this could be better, or I really love this, and to think that that's not going to be there is really just heartbreaking to me. I mean, the website has been changing ever since before I got here, pretty much, with Google Plus and whatnot back in 2012 and 2013, but now, with the adpocalypse and now with this, I don't know. I would be lying to you if I said I knew what I was going to do next or where I was going to go. Because no matter where you turn to, you're never going to get as big an audience as you have on YouTube. You can go somewhere else and make your content, but the people aren't going to follow. Not all of them, at least. Your core audience of families and kids and whatnot, very unlikely. And people that monetize their content, I'm even more worried for them because they make a living off of this, and, having to lose features and whatnot, it's just bad. Like I said, I'm not the best at explaining this, but what it boils down to is I'm no longer going to be here. I am not going to be making content on YouTube anymore starting in January. January 1st, I'm done. No more. At least here. I'm not going to stop making content altogether because, well, We're on episode 31. We got to get up to episode 63, I believe? No, 73. I don't know how to count. But there's a lot of ground left to cover, you know. A lot of stuff to do, a lot of stories still that need to be told, and music and customs and everything else in between. I'm going to do that. Where is it going to be posted? I don't know. I'm going to be figuring that out very soon. Either on Dailymotion or Vimeo or BitChute or literally any other site. Anything besides YouTube I would be fine with. I will post this to, I don't know, Google Drive if it gets to that point. Down in the comments will be links to my new pages on whatever site I choose at some point this week. But yeah, I don't know. I wish everybody the best of luck with whatever they decide to do. Whether they leave their content up, they make it private, they try and fight these appeals in court or whatnot. It's really scary, honestly. There's not much for me to say at this point because I've just heard this over and over again. I've kind of been in denial, to be honest. Like, I didn't think any of this was real at first, and now it's, you know, the evidence and whatnot, and interviews, and it's just really heartbreaking, to be honest. To have been here for so long, and now I've kind of got to go. Well, I don't have to go, but I'm deciding to, because if I don't, then things could happen, things that are not good. You may have noticed my episodes are currently unlisted. You can still watch them in the playlist, but they're going to be transferred over to whatever site I pick. And once all my content is re-uploaded on the new account, then everything here is going to be private. I'm not going to delete this channel, obviously, but it's kind of going to be going off the radar, basically. I don't know, it's just kind of a really scary situation, you know? There's not much for me to say. I don't have a script for this, of course, but summarize, YouTube's changing for the worse, and I'm not going to stay here any longer. I've got to go. I've got to go somewhere else where I can make my passion project and not live in fear of being taken down for not having to appeal to children or appeal to adults or, you know, censorship or getting fined for what I create. So, where to now? I don't know. Like I said, I will pick something, and I will let you all know as soon as possible in the comments, you know, down below. Follow me on Twitter, which I don't really post content there that much. I just kind of screw around and interact with friends there. Or Instagram, which I do post behind-the-scenes pictures on and whatnot. So those will be in the description. Thank you. Thank you all for a great 7 years. I wish it could be longer on YouTube. I do like YouTube, at least parts of it, you know. But the rest of my career with this whole Thomas and Friends fan series and whatnot's gonna have to be done somewhere else. I can't stay here. A lot of people can't, and we're gonna have to move on somewhere else. I really think this could spell the end for YouTube as a whole. I don't like it. I don't think there's much we can do about it. If you want to appeal Google in court, then I wish you the best of luck, but I don't think there's anything we can do at this point. That might just be me sounding like a pessimist, but I don't know. You know, it's just really sad, and this is getting out of hand. This video, it's really long, really rambly. I'll chop it down a bunch, but yeah, so there are a few videos I'd like to upload this year. A Halloween short, which is not for Halloween. It's probably going to be coming out like Thanksgiving. And episode 31, part 3. That might be the final video uploaded on this channel. So, yeah. I've got a couple more things I want to get out before this big change happens, and then I'll be seeing you all somewhere else.